Thanks for staying with us. Now we have Kome, the beautiful Kome Osalo, live with us. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So what happened? Traffic, Lagos?
It's crazy, like jam lock for now. You know, it's closing hours now. I'm trying to get here. I wasn't against traffic, so.
So you look like a Barbie doll.
Oh, please go.
I'm gushing right now. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, so
thanks for having me.
now, Burna Boy tweeted, and I quote, "I stay thanking God that real life is not Twitter or social media. I always win in real life. Always remember that." Now, social media websites are popular ways to stay in touch with friends and family, make new acquaintances, and promote hobbies or work. Facebook boasts of 2.7 billion monthly active users. Twitter has 330 million, and 1 billion people enjoy Instagram. Taken at face value, social media sites are about letting other people peek into the significant moments of people's life, as well as smaller day-to-day activities, from weddings to the coffee visit, or the coffee shop they just visited and the coffee that they ordered. People document everything on social media. But how honest are people when sharing on social media? Many people use photographs and posts to portray their lives in a positive light. They feel competitive and want to be seen as having a happy relationship, a thriving career, gifted children, adventurous hobbies, or world's cutest baby. Social media allows its members to curate their life by only opting to showcase their finest moment. It can leave a false impression with their friends and followers, which leaves more people feeling that they have to try to live up to the lives they falsely believe others are leading. So our question tonight is, how fake have we become online?
Very fake.
Please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Please, our phone callers, just hold on. We'll call to you in a bit. But I just wanted to, let me do the honors of, since Kome is our guest, let's do her the honors. Kome.
Well,
How
for
fake have
me,
we become? Yeah.
that topic, it's two ways for me, because I've seen a lot of people fake it till you make it. Do you understand? And now they're actually living the truth. Do you understand? They faked it all this time, but now they're actually living the dream and everything. And others are still struggling to fake it till they make it. So faking it till they make it, while others are just blatantly fake. Like there's no two ways about it. They're not even struggling to get to the other side of being real. Do you understand? So for me, it's two ways. It's like three ways. It's three ways. Whatever works for you.
Whatever works for you.
Right now, whatever works for you.
But do you think, let me come to me, Lola. Do you think, because I feel that there's a lot of pressure.
Of course.
Right? And this pressure is pushing people to do anything just to make sure that they are out there. Do you think that is right for you to post or pose to be who you are not online?
Now, this is my time. I have a quote that says, "Nothing is either good or bad. Thinking is what makes it so." What do you think is what determines if being fake is good or bad? That there's pressure, absolutely. There's social media pressure. During we had a similar conversation around this when we talk about faking it till you make it. So when she mentioned that, I was quite spot on. People fake life. I said then that pressure has left secondary school days, is now amongst we adults. The peer pressure we feel as adults is so real, and because people do not know who they are, they do not, the answer to who they are not. If you are Uwa, right, and you know you are Uwa, if anybody is calling Damilola, you are not likely to respond. But if you do not know who you are, any name that jumps around your ear, you'll be turning here and there. That is pretty much what is going on with social media. A lot of people have not identified with self, so there's a lot of pressure because they do not know who they are. So they pretend to be who they are not. And is it good or bad? That's for the people to decide. I'm really not in position to say, oh, it is bad, or
not
I want to
today.
judge. I want to judge people, because then that puts us on the sides of the judge and the
being
jury.
judged.
And we're not trying to judge people here. We're just trying to discuss issues, look at the societal ills, and see how some of these things has affected our lives either positively or negatively. So, really, so what do you think?
Let me come to you.
I'm not faking, I'm not telling them that it's right or wrong either. But we are going somewhere. It's all about perception. What are you trying to allow others perceive about you? So if I, for example, I want to be the best moderator, for example, or anchor, lead anchor, what will I do? I will keep posting what I want people to see about me. So it's about perception. And what they will think about whenever they see it is about, oh, I think she'll be a good moderator. I can invite her to come and do something for me. So it's all about perception. And when they post it online, that's the best way for you to publicize what you do in one way or the other. So it is about perception for me, what you want people to believe about you. Not faking it. However, some people actually go all the way to take it out of proportion.
I was going to come to that,
to take it out of proportion. And that is because they are trying to hide who they really are.
Yeah.
In the course of you doing that, social media is like you have an avenue to fantasize and be what you cannot be in real life. You can be a Cinderella, you can be anything, basically anything you want to be in real life, in social media. But in actual fact, I mean, look at that picture you posted that was it was so on point. I mean, she was seated on a green chair. Meanwhile, what we can see is something else.
She's in a PJ.
She's in a PJ.
That's the PJ
She's in
gang.
a PJ, and not just that, first class, She was living the dream. So it's all about perception for me. What do you want people to perceive about you?
Yeah.
That's what you're posting on social media.
Okay, so Kome, let me come back to you.
You haven't taken a position.
No, I'm the moderator. Good day, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters. I am the moderator.
Let's have it.
I was going to come to Kome because you are out there, and honestly speaking, your page always inspires me. Not maybe because I have a personal relationship with you and I know how far you have built and grown your brand. I do not think you needed to fake anything to be where you are. Yeah. Right? So why is that so? And why are we taking a stand that, well, it doesn't matter? Because there are people that have actually built from scratch and they are where they are. And today they can beat their chest to say, you know what, I've worked hard and I've grown. Because if we keep on encouraging people to say, oh, do what works for you, you can fake it and all of that, where do we now draw the line? Because some people have actually,
wrong value system.
Yes, it's not even only wrong value system. They've gotten to the point even of defrauding people. Some people have gone to commit suicide. Yeah. I'll tell you a story now. I was saying that I will not mention Sham, but you see this guy that proposed to his girlfriend that they've broken up now. Do you know how many people that would have gone and they would have, people actually commit suicide. People die just watching your page. Instagram, they say, is the biggest platform for envy. Yes. Instagram, hands down. Yes. So if you look at the statistics I read, about Twitter having 330 million, Facebook about whatever, Instagram has 1 billion active daily. So it's the biggest ground for envy and all of that. So when I hear you say that you have built, so why did you not fake it?
Okay, so the thing I always tell myself and my younger ones, I said, in all of this, what is your reality? You know your reality. You can only fake for so long, and people around you would expose you. Exactly. If it's not your neighbors exposing you, it's like old school friends. Do you understand? Like, okay, let's take for instance, now everyone wants that perfect picture on Instagram. You're taking a picture, there are apps now for you to edit your jawline, edit your waist, edit your everything, but you're forgetting that you're going to an event that people will actually see the real you. So why do that? Do you understand?
If I was waiting for you to come, let me see this because I'm not seeing her in a while.
So you've done that on Instagram. and you're walking into a room where the Instagram people are there in real life. So you've only managed to deceive those that were in that event with you. But eventually, you're going to take pictures with other people. And okay, you're taking pictures with a man now. Please, does he have any app to put your eye like this and put your waist like this? He will just post what is on it from his camera roll direct. And somebody will go to your Instagram, and that other person is popular, and bring that person's on, and it comes together, and they're like, Auntie, where is that Beyonce shape? Where is this? Just and you end up,
what I got.
Yeah, you end up looking. Like you end up looking.
They won't
funny.
even take pictures. Do you know they don't even give you a chance to review your real self?
Yes, especially makeup artists. Like when you go and like, oh, can I have a before and after? And like, don't dare.
I don't particularly like that.
Don't dare. Just make sure you take the after pictures. So I keep asking, what's your reality? You can only fake for so long. Do you understand? Like she said earlier, if I want you to perceive me a certain kind of way, like, okay, I want to go into the media, I'm trying to promote myself, I'm putting out my YouTube, I'm doing everything that will make that dream possible for me. Yes. And it eventually comes through and I'm living that dream. But you want to go into a certain life. You're not making any effort. You just want to remain in that faking circle. How long? Till you're busted and your reality comes to light. Do you understand?
Another thing is, some people also go into social media to be popular. Yeah. So you can be popular negatively, you can be popular positively.
Like now they said all publicity is good publicity, bad or good.
Good or bad.
You're gaining
there is no
you're
bad
gaining
publicity.
followers.
Exactly.
Good or bad, you're gaining followers.
Exactly. So if you're going in to be popular, what are you going in to be popular about?
Okay, so Komen, I want to ask you a question. I need you both to help me because now there's a huge pressure on girls.
Yeah.
You have to be light-skinned.
Yeah.
Now, they get plenty.
Look at you. Are you dark skinned?
Please, I'm the moderator. You have to be light-skinned.
Yeah.
You have to have the perfect. Me, I say I will do Belesha. You have to do it. You have to have the perfect hourglass shape. You have to do all of that. Why is there so much pressure? Do you think this is coming from just normal pressure that I want to look good, or there's more to it?
Okay, the thing is that firstly, I think is you wanting to look good and feel good for yourself. Then, but when you hop on Instagram and you see that girl wearing the same dress you ordered for and she looks perfect, and you're like, oh, what is she doing? You heard, oh, there's a doctor somewhere that you would want to do it. You want to look like her. Maybe that would be you just saying, oh God, I want to just look good. I want to wear my dresses and they're banging. Do you understand? So it's crazy that some people go there and come out alive. Some people go there and the story is different. Do you understand?
Especially when you don't get the likes.
The thing is that whatever you want to do, do it for you.
Yourself.
Do it for you. Do you understand? Like our graces and like they say your head is different that you came to this world with. What works for her wouldn't work for you.
Absolutely.
So just do it for
everybody
you.
wants to be like you, you know that.
I have to follow her. How come I don't know? I need to check.
Please follow her on Instagram right now.
I'm just there.
Which kind of
I'm just there.
Don't be doing
Sister,
that.
have you seen all those other girls? But the thing is that for me, I try not to feel pressured at my own pace and at my own time, and it's always worked for me. So I'm never in a hurry or in a rush to whatever I'm ready to do.
I think where the pressure comes from is women to women. If you talk to men,
they don't care.
Exactly.
They are not even as bothered about the things that we get so caught up with. Just the way we women are wired the same way. We can connect with each other's pain. The same way we feel the same level of vanity.
Yes.
A man will tell you, you look beautiful without makeup. And he's not joking around. Now we say that he goes out and he sees another woman with makeup and he's drooling. It doesn't mean that he doesn't appreciate you without makeup.
Yeah.
We need to get to a space in ourselves where we accept ourselves and love ourselves just the way we are. There is nothing wrong with looking good. There is nothing wrong with enhancing our beauty and making effort to be the best version of ourselves. Where we get it wrong is where we don't draw the line between unnecessary and undue pressure, where you become disgruntled with your own life just because you see someone put out a filtered image and you think that they
That
become a
is the reality.
standard for you, that is where we get it all wrong. Come is beautiful. I can look at that and draw inspiration, but I don't want to be a Come.
Yes.
I'm comfortable being Lola. I want to be the best version of myself. Women need to get to that space where they can love on themselves and accept that their flaws is beautiful just the way it is.
Yes.
We women actually are the one that put ourselves under
that pressure. Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, there's something you said, and I'll come to, maybe we're due for a break. We're due for a break, so when we come back, there was something you mentioned about. Okay, you know what? Let's go on a break. Because my brain is touching right now. When we come back from the break, we'll open our phone line. Stay with us.
Mr.
We'll be right
Moderator.
back. If you just tune in, it's our ladies' night out, and we're asking how fake have we become online, and why are we pressured, right, to project a certain image? That's a question. Please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Our phone line is now open as well. Please, when you call, send us an call us on 070-2500-7749. That's 070-2500-49. Please turn off the volume of your television set and keep your conversation short so we can have more people calling. Thank you. So before we went on a break, I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask a question about when you said women were the ones putting ourselves under undue pressure. Do you think that is coming from a place that we have a lot of women that are moving around with low self-esteem?
Absolutely.
You know, or this is just us being covetous, where
or just being women.
Just being women, right? Where you see someone and you look and say, no, I have to be this person. Where is the problem coming from?
It comes from, okay,
yeah.
I like to.
Nobody wants to be disregarded. Nobody wants to be disrespected. We all have this way of doing things in Nigeria, which stems from when we see someone, we size them up, we look at them, we check out what they're wearing, and get an idea of who
and
they
place
are.
some level of value on them.
Immediately, we've already put them on a pedestal. It can be high or it can be low. So it depends. For me, I think it's not about low self-esteem. It's about how people perceive you and how people treat you. So it's either you allow yourself to be maltreated or disrespected, or you now decide, okay, this person is like this, I don't think I should be like this, and try to, measure up.
Okay, let me take Peter from Benin. Thank you for calling, our first caller for the day. Thank you for calling, Peter.
Yeah.
Peter, are you there? I can hear you. You're
Yeah,
live.
I'm here. Good evening. Good evening.
Thank you for calling. Let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah, excellent topic. But the truth of the matter is that the social media companies, they are not helping matters. Because it's big business on social media now. So the first intent or intention of anybody that is going on social media, please click on my like button and comment on my page. So now, the first intent of anybody going to social media is the financial and the income he or she is going to get from there. Likes of Ronaldo, Messi, social media celebrities, they are making a big kill on social media now. And another thing again we must also understand is that these are the signs of time. A lot of people forget that the internet does not forget. Whatever goes into the internet remains there. So it's a matter of choice. What you decide to do, the future will final, it will remain there. So it's not left for us as human beings to know when to draw the line. But in my summary take is that 90% of what we see on Instagram and the social media, they are all fake. And because you have more likes, you make more money. So you are being forced to live a fake life to get finance and income from there. So where do we draw the line? Thank you very much.
That's very true. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Peter.
That's very true. The pressure for relevance, for exposure, the number of engagements you get,
Publicity.
helps people to climb very fast when it comes to influencing. And whether you realize it or not, especially for those of us that are in business, if I drop a post, for example, the quicker it gets likes, the faster it moves, and the more chances I get at making
Selling it.
inquiries for sale. So now, you have to, the only thing I invest in is good quality film, you know, so I can get quality pictures out there. But aside of those of us that are in there for business, there are a lot of people that understand that they want to build influencing as a career or as a business.
Yeah.
So they have to put up a lot of fakeness to their life in order to be able to gain popularity and publicity
And get
to become
followers.
influencers. So that in itself is actually because of the way the algorithm is structured. Just like what Peter said, that is really spot on. Social media itself, Instagram has perpetually put people under pressure to put out content that are catchy and attractive for you to be able to get further with engagement. So that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of fakeness.
because that's very true, because I know a couple of people that have actually like called me up and be like, oh, do you want me to influence for your brand? And I'm like, I am my own model for my own clothing line. And she's like, no, I just want us to sign a fake contract. Do you understand? And put it out there so I can use you as a stepping stone. Then the moment people see that I am influencing for you,
collaboration with
other
you.
people will want to call me. I'm like, is that how it works these days?
That is not, they don't even do nothing
Is that
for
how
you.
it
That's
works
another
these days?
dimension to it.
So all these deals you see, some of them are so fake that they're signing contracts. They're so fake. Very few are actually real.
Una don't help me hit this nail on
Oh
the
my
what
God.
I'm saying. Because now we don't even know how to
What is
differentiate real or not. Do we
And
all
the thing is that, like we said earlier,
Perception.
she is projecting what she wants to be.
Exactly.
She's trying to get to that level, then it's stable. Then if she gets like 10 or 5 gigs and people are calling her, hey, I want you to do this, I want
That's
you to do
the
that,
beginning.
then it's real from there. But the beginning phase is like fake it till you make it. So that's her own line.
That's acceptable?
Do you understand? Well, I don't know.
We all
Do you
decide that.
understand? Because sometimes when you really want something, you go for it.
I agree.
Do you understand? You go for it. So if that's her way of going for it, as long as she's not killing anyone to do that.
Makes
Let her
sense.
go
Like I
for
said,
it.
nothing is either good or bad. Thinking makes
They
it
say everything is actually
permissible.
nothing means anything except the meaning that
you give to it.
Which is
Absolutely.
Do you
perception.
understand? It is you that
Yeah,
gives
like
it a meaning.
like a
yeah.
friend of mine even told me, like, well, I'm not going to call the artist name, but I'm like, for them to go viral, for that song to hit #1, they kept on streaming. Like, they got a room filled up with computers or phones and got like so many people. They just kept on streaming
Whoa.
to get to #1. And the
Because
guy
YouTube
eventually
only yes, because
blew.
YouTube only
And now
understands
whatever
numbers.
he drops now, they don't even have to do that.
Anymore.
So they worked for that. So for me, like I told you,
That's
it's
another. It all depends on what your game
depends,
plan
like-
is.
Wait, we must blow. Everyone's just screaming now.
We need
like
to
I
do
told you,
better.
it's
So I get
It's
you.
relative.
I get you that I get that part when you talked about
The
faking
benefits of
the
faking it.
building and because there's a thin line, right? Drawing up, because now what is scary for me is that I can't differentiate what is true or not. I mean, I saw a skit the other day of Jim Ike, whether he kicking somebody. I said, well,
Nobody knows
I have a
what
feeling
he's
that there's a movie called Bad
Comment,
Comments in the cinemas that people are not watching just yet.
Oh, yeah.
So I am sure that Jim Ike did all of those things, because the bad comment in the movie it's like you made a comment on Instagram and they traced it to your house. So it's almost like reenacting what that movie was. So I felt it's maybe
was
it's just trying to
tricky.
promote.
And-
So we can't even differentiate.
and just
Yes.
just look at Kim and Kanye right now. They said they were going through a divorce.
And she
Now-
appeared in a wedding dress.
In a wedding dress.
People are confusing
And now
us.
they say they are trying to work on their relationship. So was that divorce for the Donda
Just to-
album to just get to a certain point? I'm like, what's going on?
So there's a
we draw the
motive and there's an agenda. What you're worried about, Uwa, that I see you concerned about is how many people get badly affected with this
Yeah.
fakeness that
Yes.
we put out there. Without a doubt, a good number of people are damaged. But you know what? It's about time we start taking responsibility for our own salvation. We need to get beyond trying to hold other people responsible for our own inadequacies. A lot of the time, people blame other people for their own failures. It is what happens to you. You usually cannot control it, but you can control how you respond to what happened to you. Every time I go on social media, just like I said earlier on, people do not know who they are. So they answer to who they are not. Every time I go on social media and I see anything that inspires me, how do I use that? How do you use pressure? How do you use content? How do you use people that are probably faking it? And let me tell you another thing that is important. It is quick for us to assume that everybody that is living a good life are actually faking it.
Yeah.
People do not see you as you are. They see you as they are. A lot of people are very critical and very judgmental. They have a lot of pain, a lot of sadness in their life.
To push it on you.
And the moment they see you, they judge you and they condemn you. They
That's why it's easier to
assume that your
the
life
lies
is
than the truth about
They
someone.
assume that your life is not real. You see this beautiful woman, they think that she's
There's
fake.
more, yeah.
Now she's on camera. There's no filter.
There's
The
no
camera-
filter here.
Yeah.
And she looks as good as she does on Instagram. A lot of people will not even accept the reality of her realness.
Yes.
They will think that she's fake because they are very bitter people. So such people consume social media fakeness and use it to their own destruction.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
hold everybody responsible.
But there's one boy, girl, I don't know how to call him.
Don't go there.
No, but that's no. But you see, I think if you ask me, people actually need to study Bobrisky. They need to study her
His
life,
strategy.
his life. You know, because he understands or she understands the
He
understands
please don't
social
get it
media.
mixed
Yes.
up. Let's understand
Auntie,
that.
please don't let them come for me on this table. He say he, she. She understands the language of social media and milking it so well.
Leverages
Because
it.
this guy, when he wanted to go and see his father, he dressed as a man.
Yes,
And when you see him on social media, he is a Barbie doll, you know? So he understands the man. So I think now, if you say that, because the question is, how fake have we become? We've become really
Very fake.
You
Know
understand?
that.
But do we understand why we are fake? Because if I hear all of you correctly, it is, let us use it as a tool to project where
to the
we want
next
to
level.
be.
Exactly.
But how many people understand that this is just a tool? And because some people actually soak in everything we do.
Because they are
I know how
gullible.
many people will reach out to me and all of that. They soak in everything.
And the pressure is real.
You get?
The pressure is real.
You
really.
just drink water small. They don't already say, what happened today? You know, some people actually follow. People are monitoring spirits
Yes.
online.
Absolutely.
They just
Without a
follow
doubt.
every single thing. I've seen
Yes.
someone that, a friend of mine, even to the restaurant where she went to eat, just to show that, yes, you know what, me self,
I'm
whatever you
there.
can do, I can do. The person went to
Take
the
picture.
same restaurant. You understand? If the person travels to this particular location,
Yes.
the person will travel. If the person is going to the person will go, you know.
So it's like a competition
So
for
that's
the
my
person.
point. How so is it?
And you will lose.
For such people,
Exactly.
She will
for
lose.
such
You have already
for such-
failed.
for
It's dead
such
on arrival.
people, they have a low self-esteem.
Esteem.
So how do you differentiate?
For such
you-
people,
you have to-
if they
you have to
want-
accept
if
that,
It's
yeah.
like, I want to live your life. If I want to live your life, anything you do, I
will
do.
do.
Anything you say, I will say. Whatever you wear, I will wear. Where you go, and I will make sure you get to know about it because I'll post it on social media. That person has
A
a
low
low
self-esteem.
self-esteem without
And
any
needs help.
Question.
and any
You can't help them.
problem, because we have now, that's, you know, when you have inferiority complex, basically what really happens to you is you look at this person and you say, hey, I wish. Do you understand?
God, when? That's the
God,
line.
when? You know? And
That's the line.
that is where they get it wrong. Because it's not about that person's lifestyle. It's about your
own
life. It's about you. And you can't project who you aren't. Because the moment you project who you are not, you now come out as fake.
Absolutely. Come on. So tell us, how can we help young people? Because this is actually not a conversation that we should just leave. You know, there are people that have not faked it. I get the part of packaging, which was what we talked about,
The
social
last
climate,
time, yeah.
Yes.
where you have to select the kinds of people you move with to social climb. I get
Yes.
that part of where you need to, because there are some brands out, they will never speak to you. except they have the perception
of affluence.
Of affluence and everything.
Influence,
So if you look like the brand, they will reach out to say, you know what, come here, I want to do business with you. So where do we draw the line? How do we manage it? How do we balance it?
Young people.
Self-awareness, self-control, love yourself more. Just self-awareness, basically, for me.
If you will ask me, I would say we need to educate the younger ones, especially to understand the dynamics of social media. It's not everything you see on social media you should believe. And you shouldn't just listen to everything based on what that person is or whatever content that is being, put that's out there in social media.
Because this,
the most hostile platform we have, everybody knows, is Twitter. And it can shred somebody's self-esteem and shred somebody's confidence. Now,
well, me affect it before.
If an individual, is able to understand that what they are saying doesn't make any difference, doesn't mean anything to them, it's just social media. It's their perception of what they want to say.
Well, I think I faked it some days ago because I made food. Do you understand? And I wanted to present it to look really nice, so I dressed it up. You know when you put your rice in those little plates and make it that mold?
You garnish.
That's presentation style.
Well,
that's garnishing.
As soon as someone asked, "How do you do portion control?" I'm like, "Yes, so I do." The moment I was done with that video, I loaded my plate, ate my food like this. But the pictures were good. Were good. They were good. And people were asking me, "What do you use?" I said, "A little moi bowl." Just buy it.
Now that's faking it.
But I knew in my heart that I had a big bowl of rice.
I mean, come on, that was just a portion. What they saw was just one spoonful.
How about you?
I don't know. I'm a bit very real, even though I say so. I don't know how to be fake. Presentation, yes, you can always put yourself out there properly. But trying to be what I'm not, I struggle to be like that. No. I'm not really good at fake.
So it's the same thing. Actually,
I want to respond. I want to respond to what do we do about this societal heal?
Yes.
Because whether we realize it or not, we have a big problem on our hands.
Absolutely.
And we should not just talk about it. We should always try and put out a solution.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. First, we need to understand how did we get here? Programming, content.
Yes.
There is need for advocacy. There is need for awareness. There is need for enlightenment. Those of us that have we've made it from faking it. Let's try and form a coalition and put up a force to let people know that there's a downside to this thing if you do not understand. If you take everything you see on social media hook, line, and sinker, you're going to go down the wrong path very quickly and you're going to be destroyed. And because we should not just be like, I don't care what happens to you. Whatever happens at the national level affects us all. Some of us can have the comfort of a good car, but there are hoodlums on the streets.
Oh, yes.
And they would attack you. So let's take societal heal as a collective responsibility and start to put content out there. That just the way they put out content for rape, it went really, really viral. Everybody lent a voice and raised a placard. Let's start to address these issues around living a fake life because a lot of people are getting destroyed, whether we realize it or not, whether we're able to sift through the shaft.
See, that is a tough thing to actually manage. You know why? It's actually deeper than we can even exhaust in this conversation. I would say why. If I pulled up I have a small jalopy car that I used to run around. If I'm in traffic, nobody comes to knock on my window to say, give me money. But let me drive an SUV. Like you have like 5 people, this one will knock, this one will come and knock.
I'm talking about on social media.
Wait now. I'm going somewhere.
Even in real life, their perception is...
I'm going somewhere. So now, the perception that people have of other people, right, is you are not worthy to be spoken to except you are in a particular class. That is what is also being seen on social media.
Exactly.
And that's why you will see nobody will ever put up a picture that is not filtered. and unfiltered, they would have edited everything.
And then they would say filter for what?
Do you understand?
That's the one that kills me. Oh.
Do you understand? They'll say, they say I woke up
like
wait,
this?
I woke up
You
like
have
this.
to stay
No
still.
filter.
Yes.
Like what?
Nobody will buy your cream because they want to sell cream.
Yeah, and
Please,
that
I'm
is
selling cream,
another
oh.
painful thing. Because you see a naturally light-skinned girl, possibly mixed race, selling cream and saying that's what gave her that complexion.
That is a big
Why?
lie. So wait, let
Why?
me comment. This thing you said, you hit another one. These people that are advertising soap, I will not call their brand because they know themselves. The people advertising soap that used to bring all those supermodels, they go and bring half-cast, Lillian Back, bring all of them, and tell you that it is that soap that is making them look good.
That's advertising.
But
That's
that is,
not.
listen,
You
in
didn't say
the
that
US,
is
listen,
it.
in the
It's
US, there was a
advertising.
particular ad I remember clearly that L'Oreal did. They used
calling
what's his
names.
name? Pretty Woman. They used her.
Ali
Julia
Berry.
Roberts.
No, Julia Roberts. I think it was Julia Roberts they used. The cream was supposed to take out wrinkles.
And bags.
So they filtered that. If you see the way they backlash, that you do not try that. You are deceiving people. So you understand, this is far back. And this is what we have seen now on social media.
Now it's
Somebody
acceptable.
wants to sell cream. You go and use filter that shows that all the
Knuckles are
as
gone.
in the, you know, this plantain that bolly, that, you know, all
Is
the
it that
knuckles
one
are
that is
clear.
pinning you?
No.
If it's filtering, it's fine. It's another one that beats me. It's the before and after. That goes through severe editing. So I'm in this business. Someone took my picture and posted it. A customer of mine saw it and brought it to my attention and said, Damilola, me on another vendor's page, put my picture and put my feedback that I said this about our products. I mean, there are so many things that go on social media that you would be shocked. The only reason why we get some of this feedback is because we're actually on the front runner of running business. A lot of fakeness are going on social media.
Absolutely.
So we have to, so for me, it is just deeper than all of this
So
conversation.
how do you reckon we go about managing this societal
So
field?
that's my point. So we have to go back to accepting that it's not everybody that can be a comment. It's not everybody that can be rich. It's not everybody that can be. Do you understand?
Self-acceptance.
Everybody must accept at the stage of growth where they are. Do you understand? This is where I am at, and I am growing quietly. Then also, for us that have made it, where we don't blow, come
Let's have
when we come to you, please lift us up, because it's also important that if you support a nobody, a diamond in the rough, that nobody knew them from anywhere.
Yeah.
it goes a
It
long
also
way.
gives hope to somebody
Yeah.
that, okay, I don't really need to fake it. Let me just build on my craft, and one day somebody would
Will
also
notice my
discover
efforts,
me.
without a
I think
doubt.
that's where we should all probably leave the conversation. if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
I totally agree with you.
You know.
Makes sense.
So
It's been an amazing evening.
I think so too.
Well done.
Sorry we can't take your messages tonight. We have run out of time, but thank you, Komi. I hope you come back again.
Sure.
So tell us, what are you doing quickly before
Right
we
now,
run? Yeah.
okay, still a fashion designer, and I'm a spokesperson for a real estate company right now. So,
Awesome.
Nice.
We are hoping that they will bring you officially.
of course, we'll talk to them.
Officially, she's the face of a real estate brand.
Okay.
My sister is doing big things. Don't worry. I'll come and hold your bag as your PA. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you,
Thank
Milola.
you.
As
You're
always.
welcome.
Thank you, Issy. We had an
Thank
amazing
you.
conversation.
Beautiful evening.
All right, so thank you to everyone that tried to send us messages and calls. Thank you so much. Before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram. It's at PlusTvAfrica. In fact, now start to haunt you people. Follow us.
Like us, comment.
Like us and comment. We're planning a giveaway to say thank you to you for believing in the waistband and watching the show. So keep the conversation going and follow us on social media now. It's at PlusTvAfrica. So if you missed today's quote, here it is again. It's a very short and simple quote. Oh. Some people aren't really all that they post to be. Please let this quote sink in very
Let's be
well.
guided.
Be guided and don't be in a hurry
Don't
to
believe
go and
everything
kill your
you say.
husband that he's not buying you Lamborghini because Chioma got a Porsche.
Assurance.
Yes.
She got assurance, but assurance has a...
Expired.
You already know. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.
Ciao.